Hey guys, didn't see you there. How's it going? It's been a while. I haven't seen you guys in probably about a month or so, and part of that's my fault. I'm really sorry, guys. I think the last time we were here together on this channel would have been when I was eating hot wings. This is the dumbest idea we've ever done. Honestly, I'm hurting. I'm in pain. Yeah, thinking back, that was a bad idea. But, I mean, got a lot of response from you guys, so thank you so much to everyone who watched that video. I mean, I still get people talking about it when I go to different events and different seminars, so clearly that was something that you guys really enjoyed. I'm going to say I did not enjoy it as much as you guys might have thought it. Yeah, the after effects were not as good. So I'm going to leave that to the professionals and the celebrities now over on First We Feast on the Hot Wings channel. Go check them out if you want to watch celebrities go through that torture that Colvin, myself, and Keaton all went through, because definitely it's a lot of fun to watch that. Again, I just wanted to jump on here and at first say, you know, I'm sorry guys, I know it's been a month, I've been super busy, I just haven't had time to really set the camera up and start talking at you guys. So I just wanted to take that time to, first of all, actually, you know what? No, I'm not sorry. Sorry guys, but I'm not sorry. I'll tell you why I'm not sorry. Because at the end of the day, it's just coming up with excuses as to why I didn't do something. And the reality is, I just didn't do it. So why come up with all the excuses? And also, I mean, I shouldn't be ashamed that I haven't been posting, because that means that I've actually been doing what I've been preaching on this channel for like the last year, and that's getting out and taking action. I've been super busy with buyers and sellers in this market. It's an amazing opportunity to buy. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today. Excuses, because with the market shifting, I'm hearing a lot of excuses, and I don't want to be one of those people who throws excuses to why I didn't do something. So instead, I want to tell you what I did do. These last couple of months, I've really been preaching hard on all my other social media about why now's the time to get going and start buying real estate. We're finally out of that hot seller's market, and it's a buyer's market. It's a buyer's market. So that means if you're buying real estate, now's the time to do so. But so many people are giving me excuse after excuse after excuse as to why they can't get started buying either their first property or their second property, an investment property, a flip, or whatever the case might be. There's a lot of excuses in the market right now, and I just want to kind of address what excuses really mean. And I mean, excuses, that's, to me, it's one of those things that's just, it's a cop-out. Unless you have, like, there are legitimate excuses, I'll just put a caveat on that. There are legitimate excuses that, for whatever reason, you can't do something, you have an excuse why not to do it. But a lot of people use excuses as a reason not to do something. At the end of the day, if you don't want to invest, you know, oh, I don't have enough money to invest, or, oh, the market's really bad. Those are all just excuses. And if you're using those excuses, it means you're not getting into the market and taking action. And here's the reality. When people are fearful in a market, that's when you need to get out there and start buying. Some of the most millionaires were created in the Great Depression. That was back in the 1930s. And then a lot more millionaires were also created in 2008 and 2009 when the global market had crashed. Then we had the Great Recession. So when markets are changing and markets are sounding worse, you need to go against the grain. I'm actually going to be doing a whole segment of this on my podcast. I'm not going to dive too much into the actual, you know, be greedy when people are fearful. But go and look up that quote because it's really relevant here today, right now. But let's talk again on excuses. So what is an excuse? An excuse is a reason for you to procrastinate. So it's a reason for you not to do something. Well, you know, I don't have enough money right now to invest in real estate, so I'm just not going to do it. That's an excuse. There's no real reason why you shouldn't be getting out there and starting to look at properties, writing offers, and trying to find that money. Again, that's just you trying to come up with reasons as not to do something, or for you to procrastinate not buying real estate. Really, it's not relevant. I mean, at the end of the day, there's so many people who are doing joint ventures out there and raising capital and buying lots of properties. You should be one of them. But saying you don't have enough money, that's really just an excuse. And another one is, oh, well, I mean, again, we talked the market's bad. Well, for who? If it's for you and you're investing properly, then it's not a bad time. You get to negotiate. You get to try to find a good deal. There's lots of opportunity, and I'm gonna film part of my podcast, so I'm gonna let you guys listen in as I talk about some of the reasons why now's the time to be buying rental properties. Because yeah, the market's bad, and property values are dipping. But there's opportunity if you invest appropriately. Cash flow and equity. I mean, there's lots of reasons why you could still be very successful in the market coming up here. And realistically, my dad used to say, and he had a different version, I'm going to go with the more PG version here. Excuses are like belly buttons. Everybody has them. So now it's just whether you're going to use that as a reason not to do something or to push yourself forward. Let's just talk about that. But you know what? Let's dive in. I'm going to start setting up for my podcast here. So I'm going to switch you guys back over to this side over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. We're back. So again, I'm going to just start setting up the podcast here. And in the meantime, you know, realistically, this market has been amazing for some of my buyers that has been out there. We've gotten some crazy deals. One of my clients just locked down a sweet potential flip in New Westminster that's well below what some of my other investors were purchasing properties in the area for before. So this gives him an opportunity for him to, one, renovate the place. And let's say the market turns. I mean, it's fully rental allowed, so what's the worst that can happen? The market continues to turn, and he puts a tenant in there. I mean, again, I'm talking about that on the podcast today. This is like a great opportunity if you're getting into the market for investing in rental real estate. And again, I got another client who's a first-time home buyer. She just got into her first property. We already removed subjects on that one. So she's getting into the market now as a home buyer. If you're a home buyer and you're planning on living on the property for the next 5-10 years, who cares what the market's like for the next year? I mean, if the market goes down after you bought it, so what? I mean, you're paying your mortgage and you said you were gonna live there for the next 5 years. I mean, I think that's the craziest thing is people come up with an excuse that, oh, well, if the market turns and I lose money when I buy it. Well, again, if you're living there, in the long run, you're not losing money. You're still paying down your equity. You know, you're building your long-term wealth by just owning. At the end of the day, as a renter, you're still paying somebody else's mortgage. So you might as well be paying your own, right? For those of you who don't know, I use the Anchor app. This is the Anchor app right here. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. There we go. Anchor right there. That is an awesome little app. If you guys have been thinking about doing a podcast, check out the Anchor app. This is a great way for you guys to be able to get on. It distributes it all for you. It's fully free. You don't have to pay for anything. And with Anchor as well, if you guys are podcast listeners and you have the app and you listen to the podcast on the app, you guys can actually interact with me. You guys can phone into the channel and leave me a voicemail question, and then that way I can answer it to you for you guys here on the podcast. But I'm just going to get this rigged up here, so bear with me. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Manning Up on Real Estate Podcast. This is your podcast for local news, strategies, and interviews in the real estate market of Greater Vancouver. And I'm your host, Cameron Manning. So we're going to be talking today about the concept of be fearful when people are greedy and greedy when people are fearful. This was said by a very well-known investor. Most of you guys who are listening to the podcast should know this person. His name was Warren Buffett. Basically, the premise of the quote is that he's saying when other people are being greedy in the market, when everyone's flooding the market and trying to get the best deal, they're buying their stocks or real estate or whatever, maybe that's when you should be a little more fearful. But if you are out there and you're watching what the market's doing and you start seeing people starting to be fearful and they start running away, that's when you need to dive in.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening in, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. There we go, guys. A couple of segments of the podcast there for you guys to listen to that totally relates into this excuse conversation that we've been having. So, guys, if you've been watching this, I do apologize for not posting on a regular basis. It's been over a month, but at the same time, I'm not going to make an excuse as to why I didn't do it. My goal here is for quarter 4. I'm going to do the very best that I can to make sure I continue post for you guys. Because, I mean, I do know I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of people who meet up and say, hey, I really appreciate your YouTube channel. And guys, I appreciate you guys every day watching these videos. If you're new to this channel and you haven't already done so, go down and hit that subscribe button. But there's one more thing that I want to do just before I let you go. And let's give you a quick office update because I haven't done that in months. And that's because we've been a little delayed on our renos, but we're almost there. Like, seriously, we're just on the cusps. Final stuff's going in. I want to show you right now. All right, ready? You're going to come with me. Okay, we're back at the front over here. I just wanted to take the time to show you some of the updates. I showed a lot of the changes that happened back there. You guys know all of the different offices that were created. I mean, obviously we've got all our buyers boards, sellers boards up, but the big thing that we're pumped about is the fact that we have a reception area finally, and our boardroom is nearly done. So again, this is not the finished product yet. We're almost there, but take a look at this. for this week's video. Thank you so much for coming back and tuning in if you've been a returning subscriber. Again, if you're not a returning subscriber, this is your first time here, go down, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate everyone's support helping grow the channel. Hit that like button, it does make a difference, and throw some comments below. What do you think of our new offices? And what are some excuses you're going to eliminate as we go into quarter 4 of building your portfolio? Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you hopefully next week.